everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. In the previous tip of the week, I went over how to do a really simple machine applique project, and that was taking fabric that had large flowers printed on it, cut the flowers out, and then apply it to some background fabric. I also went over how to put something like this together. The one thing though that I couldn't show you was I didn't have all of the applique stitching done. So I wanted to show you how it turned out once it was all done. Now I'm probably going to turn this into a little decorative pillow with kind of a different type of ruffle. This is a piece of panel fabric that I turned into a wall hanging. Now I did this many years ago. You won't be able to get this panel fabric now unless you walk into a garage sale and happen to see it sitting there. But let's take a close-up look at some of the areas on it. One of the things I used to do, which is I'm unable to do now because of a right hand issue, was do a lot of embroidery stitching and cross stitch. So up on the feathers here, I did embroidery stitches all on through here. Now these lines were already printed on them. All I did was fill them in. Down here in the body of the turkey, there were little dots everywhere, and I placed buttons over them that were similar in color and size of the circles. Then down here on this part, I did embroidery stitches all over. Little French knots here and then some other stitching here. On the pumpkins, I did back stitches right along here to highlight the grooves in the pumpkin. I also did an outline stitch here. In here are all these different squares with different designs in them, and I did all of embroidery stitches along here. Wherever there was a highlighted area, I put a stitch over it. The reason why I'm showing you this is that you can do a lot with panel fabric. Usually I just show you, put a border on your panel fabric and you have a quilt. But a lot of them you can turn into really beautiful wall hangings by just doing a few extra little things. Now it takes time to do this, but I think it's really worth it. Let me show you some more examples. This is also another one of my favorite ones with a Valentine theme. And in the center of all the flowers, I put two buttons, a large one and then a smaller one on top. So wherever I could find little circles, I put a button in there. Down on the bottom area, where there were all these little squares with little sayings in them, and I also filled them in with smaller buttons. To make these into wall hangings, what I did was I stitched another piece of fabric up at the top edge. I stitched it into the binding and then hand stitched it down here. And I made it large enough so that whatever rod you're sticking in there, it will fit. So here is a piece of panel fabric that I have done nothing to at this time. I love roosters. I have a lot of rooster fabric. I don't get a lot of time to sew with it. But this is another good example to add some buttons to it. So when you look at this sunflower in the middle, you could put a large brown button in there. Now some of these other areas are kind of a greenish, brownish yellow. You could stick another button with a different color in it. And you can just keep going around and just looking for buttons that kind of go with it. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now up here you see these little berries. Now I wouldn't put a button on every one of them, but you could kind of scatter little red buttons up in here, some that are even smaller than this, to just kind of highlight the area. And then on the bottom section, there's more flowers that you could put buttons on. And then also these little yellow circles, if you wanted to, you could add a few down there. This is panel fabric that has a little bit of a Christmas theme. Now there was something unusual about this fabric that I usually don't see printed on fabric. So let's take a close-up look. This panel fabric was printed with cross stitches all over it. It was just to sort of look like you had cross-stitched it yourself. But what I did, I got really gung-ho, and I put cross stitches. I filled in every cross stitch, and there are thousands of cross stitches on this. Everywhere you look, I have done cross stitches. Now here's some more panel fabric, and this also has cross stitches on it, so you can see what that other piece must have looked like before I put all the stitches on it. Now I think this was a rarity by seeing this, but I have never had a chance to do this again, but I hope to someday. So there's actually 2 squares this size on this one piece of panel fabric. So you could stitch it into a quilt, or you can make some really large decorative pillows. Now, I didn't make this giant bed quilt. My mother, when she was about 12, along with her grandmother, made this. Let's take a close-up look at all the squares. This is a butterfly. This was all hand embroidered. What they did was every week at church they were given little flyers, and on the back of the flyer were different birds and butterflies and flowers. So what they decided to do was trace them onto fabric and then do all of the hand stitching. So it's just absolutely beautiful. Now you can see stains through here. Remember, this is way back in 1936. My mother, I don't know if she pieced it all together or if her grandmother did it. My mother just had it folded up in her closet for years and years and years, and then she handed it to me when she found out I was quilting. She didn't put the cotton batting on it or all the other fabric, the binding or anything. She just handed me the quilt top. Then I went out and looked for 1930s reproduction fabrics to put on it so that it would look like it was made many, many years ago. In quilting, there's something called red work, in which people would hand embroider onto fabric. They would trace a design on it and stitch in red embroidery floss. This sort of represents that time. Now it's not all completely red, but you would find designs like this chicken in there. So if you love doing hand embroidery, you could go into these and do some hand embroidery stitches. Also on these little flowers where you see all the little dots, you could do little French knots. And if you wanted to, you could put even little white buttons in some of the areas like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tip of the week and that I've inspired some of you who like to quilt to go ahead and get some panel fabric and embellish it. They make gorgeous wall hangings. If you're interested in other tips of the week, there will be a playlist below your YouTube screen. Plus, I'll also have other links down there that relate to some of the things that I've talked about in here. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.